Ladies and gentlemen, this is the TK Kirkland Show, better known as T to the motherfucking K. And you know, I'm all over the world, and I run across some of the most interesting, some of the flyers, brothers, sisters on the earth. And I want to introduce you to a nigga out of the legendary city of Detroit, Michigan, who is one of the most phenomenal brothers I've met in a long time, who I'm slightly mentoring. He's a man, but he still calls me for advice, and I drop knowledge as much as I can. And Al, the reason why I called you today, I saw you earlier in the week about the Nipsey Hussle thing, about how they just thinking the government killed Nipsey.
Yeah. And you're a sensible person. So I would love to hear your outlook on it. You know, I've got a lot of backlash.
Explain to the people first how this transpired, how this came into where we are right now.
Sure. Well, what happened is we were all devastated, T. Of course, you know, we're all devastated over Nipsey Hussle's death, and I just want to, you know, pray for his family. I want to pray for Lauren and everyone, you know, regarding that issue. But when I first heard about this, T, it bothered me like it did everybody else. But it also spoke to me when they told me that a young brother came up and shot this man and immediately ran off and jumped in the car with the woman, and the woman pulled off. Right? At that point, I automatically knew that it was a street beef because this young brother was emotional. And he came and murdered this man in broad daylight in front of everybody and jumped in the car with his baby mama or a bitch that he knew.
Right.
So I automatically knew, because I'm a street nigga, okay? I've been in street wars, street beefs, indictments, whatever you want to call it. Nuke them, been through it. So I automatically knew that what this was just a blatant mistake, misunderstanding that turned terribly tragic, okay?
Yes, sir. Yes.
So when I went on my IG and I told everybody, you stupid motherfuckers, you really believe that the government will kill this man? It's a long line of people that the government will kill before Nipsey Hussle.
Yes, sir.
I was literally bombarded by comments, almost like Kodak Black right now. People are saying, yo, you disrespectful, you this, you that. I can't believe you saying that, Al. But a lot of people was also on my side, like, I believe you, Al. But then I had a lot of dirty comments and a lot of negative comments about it, and it really bothered me to a point to where I had to take it down. I had to get out of the conversation. But you know, it got literally that bad that I had to take it off. But what I learned though was somebody told me some valuable information, T, and you would have probably told me the same thing.
Yes, sir.
Because my friend and you guys, y'all are like. He told me, he said, Al, what you said was right, but what your problem was is that you didn't have your opinion. Instead, you had an opinion and called everybody else's opinions stupid than a motherfucker. So you opened up the doors for all of the negative. If you would have had your opinion and just left it at that, you would have been cool. But when you questioned everybody else's thoughts, that's when you opened up the door for negativity.
True. Right.
So I had to agree with that, T. I had to agree with that, and that was a huge mistake, so I had to take that down. And to this day, people are still on my head about this shit. I'm still finding myself in debates. You know, I'm finding myself trying to convince people, and I just had to let it go. So that's where we at. What's your take?
I respect it, because I always talk about it in my show. I always talk about when I'm on Vlad TV or The Breakfast Club. I always say everybody is entitled to their opinion. As men, we have to respect it. But then there's also a thing called logic.
Right.
All right? There's a thing called logic and common sense. And you're entitled to your opinion, but if you want to look like a fool, then look like a fucking fool. You know what I'm saying? Because, like I felt, the government didn't have anything to do with it. I'm glad that the truth came out about
but people still don't believe the truth, T. People still don't believe the truth. Listen, T, I'm still arguing with people that's telling me wait till some more facts come out. The government, why did they let the girl go so quick? Nipsey died at 3:30. He was 33. And if you put the 3 with the 6, you going to get 3 times 3 equals 666, which is the Illuminati. People are still doing this, T.
You got to be fucking kidding me.
No, people are still doing this, man. And it's gotten to a point to where I argued with close friends of mine, almost where we could have got into it on some real street shit.
Right.
And I'm like, this is fucking stupid. This is dumb. And you know the problem is that I have is everybody's looking for a conspiracy because they need to be led. They need to be led. They're not leaders. So they looking for something to point the finger at instead of saying, you know what? Let's look in the mirror as us and our people and have love in our hearts for our people again. Maybe this should have been a wake-up call for that. But instead, we're pointing the finger.
Well, let me tell my audience and fans around the world, because I'm a lot older than most of y'all on this show. And I go way back to when Eazy-E died, who was a good friend of mine. I go back to the day Biggie died. It's amazing how me, him, Lelote, Puffy's assistant at the time, we hung out in Los Angeles all day that day. We went to Malibu, had something to eat, and when he died that night, I had just left Puffy and them to go do a show out at the Comedy X Theater on Crenshaw, and I came back. They had told me that Biggie had got shot. I went and did another event with Outkast because they had an album release party. I went to do hosted their event, and then I went down to the Sinai Hospital. And when I saw the crowd, and they came to me and said that Biggie had passed, and it was just truly a sad situation. Then the day Tupac died, I was with Tupac early that day. Now, I'm saying to people that we had these tragedies. Then last year, X passed away, and now we have Nipsey. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to share something with you. I want y'all to be entitled to your opinions, because I'm old enough to tell you to be entitled to your opinions, but I want to share with you the known facts of life.
Well, let me say this, before you do that.
No, let me get my point.
Go ahead.
Black people, we are some of the most hating people on the face of this motherfucking earth towards each other. Don't nobody want to stand up and give a motherfucker a fair one. Now, if that gentleman was that mad at Nipsey, he could have put the gun down and said, yo, nigga, whatever you said to me, we going head up. And a fair one, you get a couple knots, you might get a tooth missing, or you might get knocked out. But you live to see another day. Live to see your family. But from the east side of Detroit to the street cities of Compton to Atlanta, Georgia to Miami, when they kill Exposition, there's nothing that a man should do unless someone attacked your children, that you should go try to kill another woman or another man, because I always tell my fans, I always tell people all the time, control your emotions. Like right now, I'm going through a little something, and I will tell people as the months go by with a female, and I have to control my emotions so I don't crack this fucking bitch upside her motherfucking head. Because everything I worked hard for, Nuke, is on the line for a small thing, and I can't waste it on this person, but I will get my day where I'll share to everybody how to watch out for women who are frauds, women who can manipulate you just as much as men can. And I want to protect our men. I want to protect our women from these type of men as well. But I had to get on here because I didn't know Nipsey too well, right? My son knew him, right? Because my son works for Atlantic and what other fucking record company, Capitol Records, etc. And when I heard that Nipsey had passed, I called him to make sure he was okay. And my son is solid; he was okay, and that made me feel good. But to see what this man had accomplished in the community and what he was really doing for so many people, I saw Too Short on an interview the other day when he was saying how it's a domino effect. Like he would have brought up the next rapper out of the hood. He would have gave somebody a job, more jobs. It's so many people that lost in this situation, and that's what's sad, Al. That's what's sad because it's a domino effect. You feel me?
I agree. No, I agree. It's a real sad thing, man. And, you know, I think it should wake us up. But here's my thing, and they're going to crucify me for this, and I'm going to say it on your show. I'm going to say it on my show.
Yeah.
And I know it's a touchy situation. I know it's touchy.
No, we keep it real on your album. We don't bite our tongues. We don't do that here, yo.
I just feel like, you know me, I've never been like that. Again, I'm a student of yours, so you already know what it is.
Yeah.
I just think that people are kind of to a point. I feel as though we're spitting on Malcolm X's grave. I feel like we're spitting on Martin Luther King's grave. I feel like we're disrespecting our real iconic leaders of the past when we put this man Nipsey on the same level as these gentlemen. And that's not taking anything from Nipsey. I love Nipsey. That's not taking nothing from him. But when you talk about Malcolm X and you talk about Martin Luther King, these are gentlemen that woke up every single day fighting for the rights of black people, and they knew they were going to die for doing it. They knew that they sacrificed their life for that, specifically for that. Nipsey Hussle was a good brother doing good things. Good brother doing good things. But Nipsey didn't wake up every single day to try to change the face of black America and risk his life for it.
Well, you know, and you, my family. Yeah, so here we go with that. I'm glad that you brought that narrative out. So I'm going to share this with you. What I saw from him being a kid, because he's only 33 now.
Right.
He's getting ready to do an album with Meek Mills, right? They already got 4 songs done. His next album would have been with Meek Mill. So the bigger he would have gotten, the more impact he would have had on the world. Do you see what I'm saying? See, time, sometimes when you plant a tree, and you're going to say one day this is a tree, but you come past every day, you don't see nothing pop out of the ground because the roots is forming and they're getting strong. And then one day they come up through the ground and then they grow. And when you see a tree, it takes the tree 50, 60, 70 years to become a full tree. Well, he wasn't on the level of Martin Luther King or Malcolm X, but he was on his way. The tragedy is that I can tell you right now, if Martin Luther King and Malcolm X and all our leaders who died in the past knew that motherfuckers are still doing the shit that they doing, they wouldn't have died for us, my nigga. That's
no, they probably wouldn't have. Fuck no. But here's my questions to you, TK. Here's my direct questions to you because you don't beat around the bush. So I'm gonna be simple as I can.
Yes.
Is Nipsey on the same caliber as Malcolm X and Martin Luther King? You just said no, but he could have possibly been, correct? As years went on, right?
Yeah, he would. Yeah, right. I totally agree. I really believe he could have, but not now.
Okay, not now. Right. I agree.
Now.
Did the government kill Nipsey Hussle?
No,
did they have
not at
anything to do with this death?
The government have nothing to do with it.
Okay.
And to the ladies and the fans, I'm giving you my opinion. And is my opinion law? Motherfucker, right on my show.
Exactly.
My show, it's motherfucking law. On my show.
I agree.
Right. When you get off the show, you go do what the fuck you want to do, but on my show, it's law.
Well, let me ask you this, TK. Did the government kill Eazy-E?
Who?
Oh, see? It's a great question. Did the government kill Eazy-E?
Hell no.
The government did not kill Eazy-E. So Eazy-E actually died of AIDS, right?
Yes.
Okay. Did the government kill Tupac?
No.
Tupac actually shouldn't have did that shit. He shouldn't have fought the guy Orlando in the motherfucking casino, and Orlando was the OG in the blood and Crips, whatever the fuck. And that was just a tragic accident.
A tragic accident, yes.
Did the government kill Biggie?
No.
Thank you. All of these, and that's my point exactly, all of these are conspiracies that niggas want to keep going on.
Right.
The same way they believe Pac is still fucking living, Pac is dead, God rest his soul.
Yeah. And
these are all conspiracies.
And ladies and gentlemen, we bring the real on this show. Like I said, you're entitled to think what the fuck you want to think, but not on this show.
Exactly.
On the TK Kirkland show, from credit to how to live life to how to get you out of situations, we tell the truth on this show. You can't come here with
I agree.
You can't come here.
Yeah, don't come with your emotions and shit.
Yeah, we don't do that shit. We shut the shit down over here. And we want people who listen to this show. And I'm executive producer of this brother show right here who shows up called the Al Nuke Show. Tell them the name of your show, Al.
Nuke at Night. Yes, it's Nuke at Night podcast. Pull it up, Nuke at Night podcast. We will be covering this Nipsey Hussle situation this week as well. So please, it's on Apple and everywhere.
Yep, that's my other station, ladies and gentlemen. So this is one of my men right here. And the thing that we want everybody to understand, here we tell the truth, we give you knowledge. Now it's up to you to process it how you want it after you get off, after you stop listening to us. But here we want people to understand that we tell the truth. We give you knowledge so you can be your own Nipsey in your own hood. So here's the thing from the knowledge I've learned from everybody. And Dr. Dre said it best. He said, you can't touch what you can't see.
That's deep. That's deep, yeah.
This is my man right here. Dr. Dre, my man. We've been tight since 1988. He said, you can't touch what you can't see. And my point is, we all want to help out the hood. You, Al, you go back to Detroit and try to help out your community.
Yes.
I try to help out my community. But you got to keep moving. Because even though thousands and thousands of people might love you, even though you might help thousands and thousands of people, it's one motherfucker that's hating on you.
That's always going to be mad.
There's one motherfucker that's in a picture with you, smiling with you.
That would be them niggas. And it's always them niggas. But see, you know what, though? The crazy part about that is that a broke motherfucker wouldn't understand. See? A broke motherfucker don't understand that because he ain't got shit. So all he gonna do is think about, no, they're against me. But I'm gonna give your listeners something else to think about. You want to know what this conspiracy was? The government killed Martin Luther King. That's just my thought.
Now that's a fact.
The government killed JFK. That's a fact. The government killed Malcolm X.
That's a fact.
That's my opinion. The government also turned around when I believe OJ didn't kill Nicole. I believe he knew something about it, but I don't believe he did it. I don't believe he had the motherfucking knife. But what I do believe is that the hunkies were so motherfucking mad at OJ, they got some more hunkies to steal his shit, make him go back and fight for his shit because they know niggas is angry, and he went back to get his shit, and they gave his ass 10 years just for going back to get his shit. I believe the government conspired that.
Okay, now pause right there. Let me take this and hold on, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to commercial break. Hold on. So here's my thoughts on that, Al. With the OJ situation, going by the facts, going by that he was in the car.
Let's go by the facts.
Yeah, going by the fact that he's in the car with my man with the gun to his head, right?
Right.
Going down the 405 freeway.
Right.
Ain't a nigga
that was cocaine.
on earth going to kill himself unless he has something to do with it, unless he did it. This is my opinion. Let's go with the facts.
Okay, I got something for you. I got something for you right here. I got something for you right here.
Remember everything I'm saying as we go down the list.
Okay. There's a powerful thing, TK.
Okay, matter of fact, let's answer that now. Each one I come up with, you tell me what you think. So the gun in the car with his boy driving.
Right. There's a powerful thing, TK. There's a powerful thing called cocaine. There's a very powerful thing called cocaine and liquor and guilt when you become on those drugs. You have a guilty conscience because, again, this man, I'm not saying that this man didn't know who did it. Right. I'm not saying this man is totally innocent. All I'm simply saying is this man did not take a knife and go in there and stab all of those people. Cocaine is a wonderful, badass drug.
Yes, sir.
That will have you fucked up. I see it every single day.
Okay.
So continue. Okay. What's your other ones?
Okay. So the other situation is when he got caught and he went on the run, that's why he couldn't get bail, right?
Wait a minute. When he got caught, what do you mean?
Remember when the cops arrested him and he went to jail, he couldn't get bail, so he had to stay in jail to fight the case.
Okay.
All right. Now, with the glove not fitting, and what people don't know about the glove, that OJ had arthritis. So when he stopped taking his medication, his hands swelled up. You can Google this. You can read it. Yeah, his hands swelled up, right? The other great thing that was a masterful plan was the strategy of our great late attorney, Johnny Cochran.
Yes,
so Johnny Cochran flipped it to a black and white thing. And just like the people who think about Nipsey Hussle got killed by the government, the same people who think that Tupac and Biggie got killed by the government, once you give a person an inch that they can go another direction, they going that way. That's how the government can get away with so much shit once they put out to the universe a different story than the story that other people are seeing. Because they know.
So can I give you my kicker?
Yes,
I want to give you my kicker.
Yes, sir.
Here's my kicker. To you and your audience, and I challenge everybody's listening, the reason why I totally feel like Nipsey didn't do it is because, again, I am a street nigga. I've been in a lot of street situations, right?
Yes, sir.
And I said, and as soon as I said the Nipsey shit, when I heard he ran into the bitch and ran in the car with a bitch, a real murder nigga, nobody will put a motherfucking bitch involved with murder because bitches tell. I said that before the shit jumped off. Right after it jumped off, I said that. And
damn motherfucking right.
So right. The government is if the government gonna watch this nigga, they definitely not gonna pay. That's a $500 kill. If that was a hit, that's a $500 kill. Government pays $500,000 kills, $1 million kills. That was a cheap ass $500 kill.
Right.
Okay. That wasn't a hitman type shit.
And they're not going to do it in front of his store.
Exactly. They're definitely not going to do it in front of his store. But my meat and potatoes to that. Again, my meat and potatoes to that is the woman. As soon as they said the woman, I knew it was nothing. Not the government had nothing to do with it. Now I'm gonna go back to OJ. The reason why OJ did not do that with his hands, Mr. T.K. Kirkland, is because, and you can Google this, black people do not like fucking blood. If you would have told me OJ came in and shot the shit out of everybody, I would have said Juice did it. But when you tell me OJ came in like a deranged motherfucker and stabbed niggas 2,000 times, 100 times, black people do not like blood. If you can Google me, I challenge your listeners to Google me how many black men have been locked up for life or whatever the fuck for killings of stabbing 100 times, 70 times, 50 times. I guarantee you there's not a lot. I'm sure it's some because it's human beings. But in statistical data, black people do not stab people. Why? Because we don't like blood.
Well, I got something for you. I got something for you. A great man, well, once a great man just said, right? Cocaine is a hell of a drug. And on that day, that motherfucker had been taking cocaine.
But T, if that was the case, that means he was snorting cocaine. He was in a mad rage, right?
Yeah, let's go with something.
Let's go with overwhelming evidence on this nigga.
Yeah, but let's go with something deeper that all men possess: ego, rage.
Yeah, and over that pussy hole,
Thank you.
A man will go into rage. But again, T, a man will go in with a goddamn AK or 38 or 9mm. He's not going with no butcher knife. How many? Again,
Here's what I always tell people about a crime. That's what I always tell people about a crime. If you was not there, you don't know what happened.
T, I'm asking you a simple question, T.
Okay.
You can't answer this question.
Okay, listen, go ahead.
Give me another black man. 2-3 black men has been caught with a fucking stabbing 100 people. Where is it, T?
Yeah, it's true.
Do you got somebody?
Right, I agree with you. 100%.
I mean, since the beginning of time, now, give me a black man that you know that been stabbed a motherfucker 100 times.
And listen to me, you have a great argument. I can't say that you don't know what you're talking about. You have a great argument. But this is what makes that story great to the end of time and for generations to come, right? Because we don't know. We don't know.
Right.
But what we do know, And what we do know is that the government didn't kill fucking Nipsey. We do know that.
No, we do know that. Back to Nipsey. We do know the government didn't kill Nipsey.
Yeah, we do
know that. I totally agree on that. I'm with you on that.
Eric Holder did not work for the motherfucking United States government, and Nipsey wasn't a threat to the world like that.
Now, I also, T, I want to talk about what do you think now about this Kodak Black situation? Everybody's coming to, Lawrence defense and Nicki, and, everybody's cussing him out now. What is your take on that?
The thing about Kodak Black, he's retarded. Like you can't.
True.
You can't argue with a man that's retarded. The nigga is retarded. I very seldom even brought his name in anything I've ever do, because when I see him talk, he looks like a grown retarded child, right?
I agree.
Child. But I will give that motherfucker credit. I saw him perform on Jimmy Kimmel one night with a suit, and he was singing like an R&B rap song, and the song was so beautiful, that I said, this man is really effing talented. It's just amazing when I sit back and think of God. I think about crimes. I think about people dying. I think about retarded people with talent. I think about retarded people getting a lot of money. I think about all these things, right? And I'm like, God must have been a comedian on some real shit, because some of this shit just don't make no goddamn sense. And when they say life's not fair, it's really true that life is really not fair. And that's why I tell people, take care of your own, help people as you can, always watch your back, and remember, they can't touch what they can't see. You got to stay on the motherfucking move. To the people who work regular jobs, I hear your stories about hating-ass supervisors, hating-ass co-workers that come to fucking work and get on your nerves every day for years because they fucking petty and sabotaging one another in this game called the job life. It irritates the fuck out of me, Al, that motherfuckers bust their ass for their families and got to go to work and deal with this stupid shit. My advice to you is try to find entrepreneurship. Try to find and start your own business. It's not. I can tell you now. I stay low key. I come from a world we don't brag in our age group. We don't get on social media and show our cars. We don't get on social media and show the money that we making. We don't flaunt like that. I come from a generation stay low key and we flex occasionally. That's how we move.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's how real niggas move. And you youngsters out here who out here being flamboyant, talking a lot of shit, not putting money away, putting fucking $1 million necklaces on your fucking neck, walking around, you dumb motherfuckers. Now I can see 20,000, 30,000. You don't put fucking $1 million on your fucking neck. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Right.
What the fuck is wrong with you? If ain't nobody never told you, I'm telling you. What the fuck is wrong with you? One day you're going to be 60 years old and you're going to be broke. And that necklace is going to be sitting in the drawer somewhere. And when you take it in to return it in, you know what they're going to give you for it? $1,000. Because even when I was in that case, when I caught that case with Puffy in the 90s, on that attempted grand larceny, on that jewelry shit, right? And when I was talking to the motherfucking detectives and all of them, and they was explaining to me how, this is an office, yo, and they was white men and people was telling me how they felt Afro-Americans were stupid. You know why? They said the jewelry game is the coldest hustle next to religion, because the markup on jewelry is 600%. Ain't a fucking dime in the world worth no fucking $1 million.
Why don't we go and find the jewelry? Like, why do we keep buying this shit from niggas in New York and jewelry stores and this and that? When are we gonna ever, as black people, meet the connect?
Exactly. And you can meet the connect and cut the middle.
You gotta go over there in Africa or some shit? You gotta go over there in Africa?
You know what? I'm gonna do some research on that, and I'm gonna come back and put people up on game. And I guarantee you somebody's gonna listen to our show right now, Al, and somebody's gonna hit us from Africa, because I got fans all over the world.
Yeah, all over the world.
I was on my program last night. I didn't know my show had a 5-star rating. I was impressed like a motherfucker.
Wow. Congratulations, my brother.
Yeah, 5-star rating. Not 1.5. You can only get the 5. 5.
Exactly. You got 5. That shows you're doing something great.
We're doing something great. And I just really want people to understand we're going to talk about everything on this show until the day that I pass away. And I just want men and women to get knowledge from a brother like my man Al, of a brother like me. Like I said, you're entitled to your opinion, but please start using fucking common sense.
But you know what, T? I want to double back on Kodak Black because I brought him up for a reason. Okay, I think Kodak Black is, a little touch. He come from the community. He come from the hood. He done drunk a lot of lean, popped a lot of pills, right? But what I will say is this. Again, people, listeners, I pray for Nipsey Hussle and his family. I pray for Lauren London, beautiful girl. But that man, Kodak Black, ain't do nothing but say what every nigga in the hood is saying that ain't on camera.
Right, that's true.
Let's say this. Lauren London has been a fucking sex symbol for years. People love Lauren London. Before we even knew Nipsey, we knew Lauren London. She looked like a perfect, badass yellow bone from next door that you could never get no pussy from.
Right.
Period. That's how Lauren London looked.
Right.
And all he was doing was talking to his people. What was fucked up was he should not have been on camera saying what he was saying. And if I was him, I would have came and said, hey, man, I didn't know my people was recording. I apologize. My prayers to Lauren, my prayers to Nipsey family. It wasn't like how y'all think I was talking, but hey, guess what? Everybody in the world is talking about Lauren London right now because Lauren has been beautiful way before Nipsey. With all due respect to Nipsey.
He's a classy woman.
Yes. I mean, come on. Listen, T, we only got not even 20 beautiful black icons that's on TV that we love. And goddamn, Lauren is in the top 10, if not 15.
Right.
So we can't lose that fight of that.
Right.
Lauren was beautiful. The nigga said, hey, man, my prayers is for her. Hey, man, I will be a good man to her, or this, that, and the other. I even let her grieve 1 or 3 years because I know that shit was fucked up, my nigga.
Right.
You know what I mean? But shit, I'm here.
Right.
Man, every nigga in the hood say that, TK. That's what every nigga feel.
That's
They're
true.
just not going to say that. They're just not going to maybe you shouldn't have said that on the screen. But come on, T. Me and you will have that same conversation and be like, man, Lauren, bad the motherfucker. I wonder what she about to do. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I think everybody, I'm saying that to say is that everybody right now, this motherfucking Instagram is like crack in the 80s. It's fucking the game up. It's giving everybody a voice, even the weakest people a voice, even the people that fell off, bringing them a voice. It's doing some bullshit in the game, and it's not being real because people are not being real with themselves and in touch with reality.
Yeah, I agree.
That's just my take, T. And maybe I'm wrong, but that's just my take. I mean, if I'm wrong, you tell me wrong. But I know my niggas in the hood, them niggas will be saying the same thing. Like, man, Lauren, bad the motherfucker, boy. I wonder what she about to do.
Right. Hey, listen to me. I'm sitting here, and I'm thinking, she's too young for me, but I know if she was in my age group, I guarantee you that either me or a few people would have said some shit like that. And it's no disrespect.
Yeah, would have had to come. No disrespect to Nipsey.
Right. No disrespect to Nipsey. Because, play the player, pimp the pimp. That's just the way it is.
Exactly. Exactly. And Nipsey, while all of them niggas. Yep.
Yeah.
You best believe every last nigga to you would have. What's that?
No. I want to promote my show while we're on here, Al. All right.
Definitely.
So listen to my fans. I'm coming home to not my hometown. I grew up in Jersey City, New Jersey, but I'm coming to the 78 Lounge in New Jersey Wednesday, April 24th, at the Great 78 Lounge in Union, New Jersey, on 1564 Union Avenue. Make sure you call and get your tickets at area code 908-267-7628. All right? It's definitely going to be a sold-out event, one show only. Then April 25th, 26th, 27th, 28th, you catch me at the Baltimore Comedy Factory To my fans in Baltimore, you already know how we're going to do it. You know how we're going to
shout out B More.
Yeah, be more in the building. And I always talk about credit, and I always want people to make sure that you find my friend, Miss Cheryl Anderson, on her website. I tell you guys every week about how important getting your credit together is as you become a man and as you become a woman. She can help you with bankruptcy. She can help you with liens on your apartment, all those types of things. So we want people to make sure that they start working on bettering themselves, and that's truly important. Yes. I know you have good credit because I see you pushing the beautiful cars and traveling the world, and I just want people to understand they got to have it. Your shit ain't in another woman's name. Your shit ain't in your mother's name. You a man's man.
Yeah, my man's man. Yeah.
He's a man's man.
This is correct.
You know? So,
same with you. I commend you. Keeping your credit A1. Being a grown-ass man and not having excuses every day.
Every fucking day. And back to the credit, the name is Cheryl Anderson. You can reach her at 678-770-2172. Again, 678-770-2172. Her name is Miss Cheryl Anderson. All right? So, Al, when does your show come on?
My show comes on whenever I put it on, TK. It's a weird show. It's not, you got to have a stomach for Nuke at Night. You know what I mean? I'm going to post a new show today. I've done a lot of them, and I'm going to post one. All you have to do is just go on Apple or anywhere and just put in Nuke at Night podcast. That's Nuke at Night. Nuke at Night. You can follow me on IG anywhere. Just Google my name, Al Nuke, ALNUKE. Because if any of your listeners have a discussion or they want to talk about what I've said, please let me defend myself before you throw me up under the bus with your little funky-ass crew and decide to throw me up under the bus. Give me a chance to defend myself. So make sure you follow me at Al Nuke, Facebook, Instagram, wherever you're looking at, I'm right there in your face.
I love you, family. I love you so much.
I love you too, my brother.
You know what I'm saying?
I love you. I love you back, man. We right here, man. We're going to continue to do what we do. You know?
Continue what we do. So to the ladies around the world, to the gentlemen around the world, to everybody who's lost someone, to everybody who knows that feeling that when you walk into someone's house as they pass and you have that empty feeling, that's how the week has been in Los Angeles, California.
Yes.
And to personal people all around the world. And we wish Nipsey and his family the very best after this tragic tragedy. And understand, we lose loved ones every day around this hood. Some are not as famous as Nipsey. Some people have, some of these men and women have done so much for people that we don't even know about. And we salute those people too. But what we have to start understanding is look out for the other motherfuckers. Stop. We can help people from when you go out and party, when you go to a restaurant, when you go to FedExes, when you get on the train. Everybody is suspect. Everybody is your fucking enemy. Always keep your guard up and walk through this. Even though they tell you that you shouldn't be afraid, be afraid. Ain't nothing wrong with being afraid. You be afraid, you live to see another motherfucking day.
Good job. You ain't lying.
You know, we all, black women, black men, we all have a target on our back. Black men, from the cops, from homies, from haters, to our women, co-workers, side bitches, everybody can be hating on you. So you keep your guard up, stay ready, so you don't have to get ready.
I like that.
My fans around the world, to my man Al Nuke, we'll be talking over the next couple of days anyway. May God bless all of y'all. May you live your life to the fullest. I hope we brought some clarity to how most people think, how we put some clarity that we give you another reason to understand what the fuck common sense is. Common sense.
Thank you.
That's all we're saying. Common motherfucking sense. Start using it. On that note, I love you.
Not emotions.
Yes. Common sense. And on that note, I love you. May your pain be champagne. This is the TK Kirkland Show, better known as T to the motherfucking K. We out now. Love you, my man.
Make sure you follow TK Kirkland on Instagram at TK_Kirkland for more information about upcoming events and more. Visit www.officialtkkirkland.com.
This episode of the TK Kirkland Show was produced by Chris Thomas, executively produced by Charlemagne the God. This is an official Loudspeakers Network production. Speakers Network production. Speakers Network production. Speakers Network production. Speakers Network production.